So today we have a Volvo V40 again, model 2015. This one's from 2016-17, I think. We have a timing belt. Yes, we do. So this is the correct correct part number. Make sure we have a close-up of that. SKF, the best stuff. You have a QR code which you can scan for the manual. This one I know by heart, so let's not do that. We have a water pump. When you have reached the interval for the kilometers, always swap out the water pump. They always leak. This is a new gasket, nice. Pretty nice. This isn't gonna fall. Okay. Then we have an idler roller. Then we have the tensioner. New crankshaft bolt. And last but not least, the belt, of course. And the sticker. Of course, else it didn't happen, you know. And if you want to be sure, you can always look for come on, go away. You can always check out the number of teeth on there. So 141, and this is the width of the belt, 25.4 millimeters. So made in Europe. Whoa, nice. Let's start. Not super difficult, this one. Let's disconnect the engine stuff holder, the silent block, engine silent block. Then the hoses, return and feed hose for the diesel fuel, and some little connectors. So just push your finger underneath up and do it like this. Then we will have some connectors for the alternator, some connectors for the differential pressure sensor, I think they are, or temperature of the exhaust, could be. So these ones we disconnect. We disconnect the big terminal on the alternator, and we disconnect the little terminal on the alternator. Before we do that, of course, we disconnect the battery. Make sure you note your battery code if you need to, because it will be. Oh, we have the negative right here, but it seems a bit tight. Yeah. So I'm gonna disconnect the front one. Just lift little tabs. Easier said than done, so it seems so. There we go. So positive terminal, 10mm socket. Bam, take a rag. Your filthy old underwear will do. Of course, we washed it first before we used it. Of course, without a doubt. We need to then clip this cable, and you stick your finger in there, or your screwdriver, and you can unclip it. So we use the screwdriver. Where is it? My red one. We'll use another one. Tire machine. Yep, there it is. push out the tab, hopla, and clip it. This one must come out. Like this. Up. Man, it's all so tight in here. It's incredible. Up. And you see when we touch, we have little sparks, of course. So, put the rag in there. Couple of things. Couple of cotton things. Voila. You have no contact. The rag is secure. This is a lot of resistance. It doesn't conduct electricity. Right. Now we can take off this one. We can unplug this one. Funny plugs today, funny plugs. Up, there we go. This one spins. This cable spins like this. So if you need to, you can always pull it up a bit, but not too much because the plastic can break. So we can disconnect it and turn it to the side. We might as well do that. The feed line over here. Let's click it out. There we go. Also, you can also spin. You see it there? Do we need to get them out of the way? Well, it's easy. It's easier to work on. We don't need to, but like for this bolt and that bolt, and we can always move a little bit better. So we disconnect this housing of the filter, the fuel filter, number 8 socket. Let's go. Oh. Yep. Do that. So the short one too. Oracle first version. Number 10 also. Oh, okay. So a long number 10 and a short number 8 socket. That's what you needed. And number 10 is over there. So it seems, yep. Alright, put your tools back. Makes life easier. Up. So that's over here. Take off the housing, and now we can unclip the fuel filter, the fuel line, the fuel feed line. Just a little pocket screwdriver, of course, to help me undo the clip. Yep, just stick it under there, push it up a bit, and when it's up, we can wiggle it. Wiggle, wiggle. And then when it's free, we can press the tab underneath and it should come off like this. Now we can put in something, if we have something. It shouldn't leak too much. I have these kinds of leftover, look at something like this. Perhaps this fits on there, but I don't have a maybe. Let's see, which shape is it. It's this one so we can plug this one. Easy thing. Probably can find on eBay. I've got it extra somewhere on, you know, I don't know, with a filter or something. Yep. I have it for a long. Oh, nice colors. Bam. See? Clips it. Nice, eh? Nice, eh? Aha! You didn't know that, eh? Ha! Now you know. So we continue to unclip the return line over there. Diesel return line. That is. Put your fingers under there. That's why we don't wear gloves today, because the clips with the gloves, that's a no-no. So wiggle it again, make sure it's loose, press the tab, turn it on. Yeah. So this one is leaking, so I need to change my options here. And this one is a small one. Yeah, well, we have a small one. I only had one, I think. Perhaps this one. Okay, well, nope, it shall be like that. But no problem. It's diesel fuel, so it smells good, of course. And let's put the lines somewhere else. Look, we can put one line over here, so it stays up, so it's not gonna leak anymore. And the other line, we can slide it over here. See, and now we have room to work. Lots of room. Yes, that's right. Lots of room. So we unclip this bad boy with our special unclip tool. And of course we can just undo this little clip, pull it, lift it up, pull it, bam, unclip it there also, because it's on the cover of the timing belt cover. So it's on the timing belt cover. Yep. Unclip as much as you can, makes it easier, make life a little bit more easy. It's already hard enough. Yep, let's do that. Yep, let's do that. These ones you can push them in from here. Stick your finger in there, push it, and pull it. Okay, they're tight too. No problem, no problem. Yeah, that's one thing. It's bolted on here, so we can loosen up the bolts right there. But then we have to release the tensioner. To release the tensioner, the tensioner right there. You see. But that's not a problem. And we can stick in a pin right there in that little hole on the tensioner to keep the tensioner in service position. So, and that's also a tensioner bolt, by the way, but I think we have to remove it anyways on this engine. So there's one underneath here, and there's one there, and the third one is there. So those are the 3 tensioner bolts with the bracket on top of them. So I would take out these 2, and then we have a better vision on the situation. And these 2 can slide out forward or backwards. That's a good question. Yeah, they always can slide out, but doesn't matter, we have to disconnect them anyway. So gonna use oh man, they're hard. Gonna use a screwdriver, get some leverage on there. Bam, that was easier. The orange one goes on top, the blue one in my case here is the bottom one. Well, okay, that's that. We have a little clip that we can unclip right there, this one, and then we have more room to work. Just put them somewhere where they're not interfering with our work, somewhere over here. Perfect. So now we have those sliders. Yeah, you can slide them out if you can get underneath to press the pin. Pocket screwdriver, where are you? Right there. Let me try this. So you should be able to press the clip. It should slide back or forwards and unclip, but it doesn't do that. Yeah, the other one, same thing. Yeah, that's why I hate those things. Stupid. So SWAT. We will pry them off anyway, and then we'll figure one out, and then the second one. Bam. Nice. It broke off. So well, we'll stick it in with a strap. So anyway, I lifted this, did nothing. Let's do it exact the same way, so you don't have to do it. You have to lift it up more and really pull it and then slide it back. But as you can see, it's pretty tight here, so in theory that's nice, but yeah, in practice. Okay, let's do it with the bottom one. Come on. Look, it's not going anywhere. It's too tight. Okay, I can try with my good screwdriver. One last try, and as you can see, we just spent 5 minutes on the scrap. That's what engineering will do for you. Waste your time because of a silly. Okay, we got it off. Slide it forwards, and then it stays on. Yeah, that one worked. The other one didn't. So now you know. Lift it up, slide it forward. If it doesn't work, break the shit out of it. Yeah, that's what it is. Now the tensioner is pretty free. This one comes off, this bracket, but these two can stay on it, I think, and we can just remove it as a whole. But we have to loosen up the alternator bolt, and just down there this cable goes into 2 other cables, or 3 perhaps, I think. Yeah, so that's from beneath. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you when it's disconnected. In the meantime, we can pull this one. It's a 15 or 16, if I remember correctly. 16, I think. This is a 15. It's a 15. It's a 15. Yep. Nice. So we can do this with a 15 wrench, and then we can stick in our little pin, and I'll show you the pins. I collect them, of course, as I'm a fanatic. You get those pins all the time with tensioners or oh, look, this is an example of a pin. Let me show you my other pins. Let me show off with my pins. This is a good one. Ah, look, we'll use this one. I have a lot of shapes and forms, but we do a lot of work on, of course. You'll get a pin, but if you want to know, this is a good one. This is even easier, I think. For thickness, that's perhaps important. 4 millimeters. 4 millimeters. So a drill bit of 4 will do. You know, just improvise. And then get your drill bit out. 8 millimeters also. Well, 5 or 6. A drill bit of 5 will certainly fit. Maybe even 6. So as you can see, the tension is off the belt, so it's loose. The belt is nice and loose, so we can take it off later. And now we can take off these bolts and take the bracket off together with the 2 cables. And I'm gonna already loosen this so we can get more slack in the cables to get them off. Damn, I really got it together today. What happened? Oh right, I went to see the ocean. It's pretty nice. Nice ladies. So number 10. Oh, damn! Milwaukee does it. So that's 1 bolt. We put it over there. Of course, we have another bolt. And the Milwaukee is nicely doing it. And there we go. Wow, easy cheesy. And now we can wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And the whole thing gets some slack, as you can see. But it's pretty tight. Look. It's enormously tight. Shit. So I would recommend, yeah, unclip these cables, these plastic cable tabs here. You know why everything is so tight? Because every inch or thousands of an inch of plastic or yeah, things you don't have to use as much is profit, of course. But this is really, really, really tight. Shouldn't be this tight. We're gonna undo this tube, turbo air tube. So number 7. 7 millimeters. Gonna use my drill because there's a Newton meter on there, always handy. And my bit, super handy bit, an adapter for 1/4 inch sockets, 1/4 inch. Bam. yoink, and there we go. Now we have some extra playroom. We can unclip these bad boys. If we need to. Yeah, well, there seems to be nice slack now in the cable, so I'm gonna leave it like it is, and we'll when the cables are off, we can remove it as a whole. So I'll do that, and I'll see you. So guys and girls, the alternator cable is from here, and do the rubber cap, and there's a 13mm on there. Just take a wrench and do it. I'll show you the cables, cables beneath, and we'll need a long screwdriver, maybe even longer than this one. This is a normal one. And we'll need or a long screwdriver or something like this for the clips, and I'll show you why. Because as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there the clips, there's one clips yeah, in a pretty difficult position, but it's doable. Just go from underneath here with a screwdriver, or stick your hand in, god damn it, stupid traffic, or stick your hand in with with this bad boy. With this bad boy you go in from here, and then you can stick it in. Maybe you can see it over here, and we can just get underneath the lip of the clips, and we can undo it. That would be nice if I could do it from here. Yep. So this is yeah, it's coming. Got it. So yeah, having a pretty good day. And there's the clips over there also. And that's just a normal Volkswagen-ish tab. Maybe I can show you its screwdriver. Look, there's just a tab. You have to press in this tab, and then click, comes out. Normally you can do it with your finger. I don't know if I can reach it. It's pretty tight in there. With all plugs and clips, push them in first, then undo the tab, and then pull them back. I'll need a little helper, so I'm just gonna use the same thing here. So yeah, you get it. Just undo the clips, stick it in there. Up. Did you hear that? Click. It just said click. So I know the clips is free, available, and now I can just pull it back. Yep. It's off. It's off. Pull it back. And the other one comes out too, and there we go. And then the alternator cable, and then we can undo the cables. Am I filming? Oh yeah, am I? Would be stupid if I wasn't filming. It would be sad, so yes. And then we have an extra cable that's oh wait, no, just it's a little clip. It's clipped on the air conditioning aluminum lines. We have an extra. I forgot to show you. There's a third connector, of course, on the air conditioning compressor, but yeah, I cannot show you, but it's okay, look, it's already free. So it's just a normal connector like this, just with a tap. a tab in the back that you have to push and shove it off, and there we go. Remember how they're positioned, more or less. I think you cannot make any mistake here. Look, and there we have it. That's easier than having to pull and this and that and working. It's better to take it off like this. That's what the manual says, I think, the original one. So number 13, take off the alternator thing. Oh, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So let's make life easy. These are extendable, and it doesn't fit because the air conditioning line is interfering. So no problem. 13mm on the little one. Will it fit? Will it fit? It fits. It fits. Feels kind of loose. Oh no, it fits. So I'm just gonna pull it to the left, of course. And it's loose. And it spins nicely, I think. Oh yeah, it spins. It spins good. Nice engines to work on. PSA 1600s, diesel. The 1500s is practically the same. Oh, the nut fell. Okay, no problem. So it's all off, as you can see. And is there still something holding this in place? There might just be something. Did I forget something? Oh no, just a tight fit. Just a tight fit. So take your cables. Cable 3. The cable 3 for you and me. We can be happily beneath our cable 3 and just push it. And now we have all the room in the world to work like it should be. Nice. Now we undo the oh, we can take off the bulb, of course. Also we undo the engine mount. That was the word I was looking for. And undo the wheel and the crankshaft pulley. So let's quickly do that, and I'll get you back. Support the engine with a jack, of course. Yeah, I'll just show that real quick. You can do it with other things too. Put your jack somewhere over here, because you need to work over here and drain the water if you're doing the pump, which I recommend you do. Take a rubber block or two, depends on how high your vehicle is sitting. Hopla. Oh, I might take off the wheel first to work easier. So Milwaukee, where are you? Ah, charging. Up. Oh, nice and full. So these nuts, bolts, these ones are 18mm, and this with the chrome on it still is 19. They always break, so I recommend just take off the chrome. Number 18 up, and you're safe. And you have to change a spare tire. Ah, damn it. change a spare tire, then if you're stuck with these ones, it ain't gonna happen. And this always happens. So this is oh, we're in luck today. That's a really good day. Oh, sweet. So we'll put in for later. Bam. That's how it should be. Bam. There it is, and I was fast enough to not damage the rim, but normally you should hold the wheel, of course. Now we'll put this on the side and let's take off the plastic. So 25 Newton, 25 Torx, 25, and 10 millimeter plastic nuts. So it seems, yeah. Let's take off this plastic thing. It's in one piece and with some little tabs in there. Those ones you have to push them in and then pull on this. So push them in the center and then pull the other the outer plastic out. Let's do all this. Bam, bam, bam. Drill number 25. Torx 25. 10 millimeter. To push on the tab and to pull on it. And there we go. Oh, glass from a broken bottle. I wonder how that happened. Bam! You push them in and you take them out. That's how you do it. I've seen these on Volvo and Mercedes, I think, somewhere. Plastic. They come out like this, like this, and like that, and like down, like this. Up. That's for the plastic, I think, yeah. And then Torx 25. Whole bunch. We start over here. Yeah, get them in there because they're dirty. And so on and so on. Let's get this one out. Bam. Bam. Hopla. Hopla. Feels better when you make the sound. So, if you wonder why I'm doing that, gives you the feeling that I'm not alone. Getting emotional. Emotions. Yeah, and underneath here, there are also 2 Torx bolts, I think. But I always forget. Like I'm doing right now. So, yep. Let's undo those also. In this case there isn't. There aren't any Torx bolts here. So there must be, oh, one here. No. No, we can just pull on it, I think. Pull that, one bolt here, I forgot. Yeah. Bam. So beware, there's gonna be a lot of dirt falling on the ground. Preferably on the ground. another on your face. So, well, let's take this off and clean it up. So all the bolts up to the sides, nice. Let's pull the cover off the threads here, and I think one more bolt. There's always one more bolt. It's incredible. It should come off like nothing at all, actually. So in case it's really stuck, like here, right over here, it seems to be really stuck. Ah, but it's with clips in here. So yeah, that's it. Push it forward, remove it. Bam. And let's put it over here for the time being. So let's clean up, take off the crank pulley, lift the engine. Yeah, it's okay, this one is okay, not so dirty. So, yeah. Here we have the crank pulley. Yeah, take off the belt, of course. It's loose, so doesn't matter. Hang it out somewhere where it doesn't get wet. So we can take this bolt off, and this is 16, 17, 18. Let's check it out. If you don't have an impact block the flywheel, you can look that up somewhere around the flywheel. There's a hole where you can bolt in or stick a screwdriver in. Even easier, if you lift the car and you block one wheel with a battery, an old yeah, some bricks or something like that, then traction will be on this side, so you can keep the engine in place, and you can bolt it out. You can put torque on the crankshaft, so to say. So let's take an 18. And where is my 18? Ah, it's over here. I think it's an 18. Let's check it out. It's 18. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Like this one. Yeah. Sherlock. Oh shit, Sherlock. So a little extension. Bam, bam, bam. A lot of dust. Let's take it off. And there we are. Bam. Just put it off. Side to side. Smack it with a rubber hammer, plastic one, whatever you have laying around. Oh. Alright, loose. Beware of the sensor, of course. Crankshaft sensor is there. So. So beware of the sensor right here. This is your crankshaft sensor. If the car has difficulties to start or falls out, the engine stalls, a lot of times this sensor goes bad. So if you're having those problems, swap it out. So we cannot lift too much on this thing, but look, it's wiggling, and that's good. So let's tap it a bit, wiggle it a bit. If it's really difficult to get it out, I think it's coming. You can heat it up, but I'm not a big fan of that, not too much at least. And normally most of the time they come off like nothing at all, so don't pay too much attention on that. And as you can see, it's coming off almost. Tap it on again, wiggle it again. And it's coming off. It's kind of stuck on there with glue. There's debris between the crankshaft and the pulley. I can feel it moves, so I'm just going to take it off and then catch you later. So we managed to get it off. Problem is on the inside, all kinds of corrosion and rust buildup. Corrosion buildup, and a bit rust over here. Tends to stick on it, so wiggle until it comes off. If it really doesn't, could be the case. Then you can heat up the spring, and you see the rust is on here, so heat the ring and this part a bit up to crack the rust loose. Then wiggle it, hit it with a hammer, round and round, wiggle it, and then it should come off. Should always come off. So, but some can be really stubborn. Put it on the side. Now we have bolts number 7, I think, 7777. Take off the cover, take off the sensor, and for the sensor we have a cable here, sensor cable, crankshaft sensor cable. You have two clips. I already undid them. Just pull them out. And for the upper part, we have to support the engine with the jack. But then we can take this one off, and first this one. So instead of talking, let's do it. Let's take off these little bolts and this number 33 Torx socket bolt. Oh, right over here. Oh. Mr. Milwaukee, lend me a hand. Yepla. Put over here. Torx 30 goes back, makes room for the number 7. At least I think of the 7. You can't take them out completely, or they can sit when they're turned out. So this one came out completely, so let's put it on the side. Oh. Ah, come on. Ah. Yeah. Oh, is it loose to this? Look, this one is it's loose. You see? So they should be all sitting like that. Ah, one over here. Yeah, the Milwaukee spins so well that they just come out. This is the holder for the, just comes out like this. Nice. Yep. And I suspect we have one more in here. Thanks for the sticker, Volvo. They almost had me there, but I didn't fall for it. So that's that. Should be able to take it off, and we are. That's the upper part of the belts. Yeah, just in time. Oh, it's still in good condition, still in good nick. Maybe a little loose, yeah, on the loose side, a little on the horse side for dents, but still in good nick, yeah. So now we take off the engine cover on the bottom side, and then we take out the engine mount. Because with the jack in the way, we don't have as much room. So let's undo as much bolts as we can. And it will be with the Milwaukee, and I think we might need the hands tool right here. Let's clean up some tools. 16, 13mm. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. What do we have here? What's happened with Heath? We see in Dutch. So, oh, we have a lot of room here. Yeah, looks like we need to undo the tensioner to get to the last bolt. So we'll do that. All right. So back to the top of this. And that one is more accessible without the engine mount, but yeah, it's kind of tricky. Let's check it out. Number 10. That's why we have to put back our tools when we use them. Number 10 is on my drill, I think. Where is my drill? No, it's not on my drill. Is this number 10? Yep, it is. Let's try the Milwaukee. Yep, let's break it free. Milwaukee. Such a super tool, man. It really is, it really is. It's incredible. So the last threads, I'll take them out by hand so our tool doesn't get stuck. And there we go. One for there. And I put the bolts there with the rest of them. But I put the tensioner here, so I know this is the next step. So, next step is to get the bolts out of the timing belt cover. Our number 7 is right over there. Oh, the belt is here, so yeah, whatever. I'll put it here so it doesn't get wet when we drain. So let's see. I see what you can see because I have a camera. Oh yes, I do. If it's at a good spot. That's one. It's loose. Then I take the bigger. All this noise, that noise from outside. Can people be quiet and just work and shut up? Yep, that's number 2. Then we'll have this one here in the middle. We have one here where the tensioner was. We will have one in the back. Beware, don't get your tool stuck. This is getting close. I'm backing off. And there seems to be one more bolt. I think it's on the top, or it's a little joint. No, it's loose. It's loose. Check all the bolts for clearance. For clearage. Okay, this is kind of loose, and oh, it just. It's okay, it's okay. It comes out, it comes out. Ah. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There it is. Godverdomme! I'll be right back. So we're back now. We're gonna put our timing, our belt on time, crankshaft and camshaft pulley. So we have a drill bit number 10, and this fits right in this hole. So you have tools you can stick in there, but this drill bit number 10 really is tight in there. So we have to turn the crankshaft until this hole over here lines up with this hole. Sorry, over there. Lasagna for breakfast. Sorry. So we put the pulley back on so we can turn everything. First, we are gonna give this a quick little cleanup with some Scotch-Brite, whatever you have laying around, so it doesn't get stuck on there. There's a nice edge on there. Oh, moment of quietness. Let's do a bit more. Pretty dirty, this one. Pretty dirty. Let's clean up the other side too, of course, as much as we can. And yep, so your timing, the belt is still on there. Your timing is locked with these pins, so this pulley is separate. This counts the speed of the engine on the sensor. So we're gonna put it on time. Yep. In Dutch we say BDP, bovenste door de punt. and in English. I just forgot about it, but it's cylinder 1 at the top when it's on time. So this is looking quite nice. We can also take off the sensor, because else we cannot remove the belt with the sensor still on there. So unclip this bad boy just behind the connector. There's a little lip here. Just push it back a bit. Keep this bad boy over there. That's number 10 bolt, or 8. I think it's 10. Let's take it off. No dirt. Yep, that's number 8, of course. No problem at all. Oh, that's what better. Yeah, it's pretty tight on there. I'm gonna hurt my hands. So, little extension. Let's use 2 hands to undo this. Yep. And that was pretty tight. Yeah. Nice. Let's take it off. So, the bolts over here. Wiggle the sensor off. Be careful. It is aligned with a little pin. And we're gonna clean this up. As there's oil or coolant. Seems like diesel. Bit of diesel fluids from disconnecting the lines, the hoses. Nothing to be worried about. And after draining the coolant of the water pump, I'm going to clean it up with some brake cleaner and some air, so everything is nice and dry when we install it, because the belt cannot be touched with oil or yeah. So the sensor, I'm gonna put this bad boy over here like this, safe and dry over there. Now we put on the crankshafts, pulley again with the old bolt. So there are slots in here. You can make sure this slot goes on this little tab here. So something like this. You'll feel it slide in. And this one is still pretty stubborn. Yeah. I will have to pry it off again later. Well, it's okay, it's okay. I cleaned it up just enough to install it again. Yep. Now we just shoot in nut bolts with the air gun. Not too hard. Come on. I have to install a new connector. And that's free. Okay. So, up. Put it on number 1. Just make sure it's up. It's on there. There we go. Now we can turn the engine by spinning the crankshaft's bolt. So number 18. I like to use a normal wrench. You can do it from here, from underneath, doesn't matter, as long as it's gonna be in place on time, it's okay. Maybe I'll do it from here, so you get a better angle, better vision. So as we spin the crankshaft, I'm gonna take a ratchet that will be quicker, so you can see how it lines up. Number 18 sockets over here. So put the ratchet on there. And let's turn. You can hear the old bolts cracking a bit, so it's about time we install a new one, isn't it? It's not always because it looks okay that it is okay. Heating up, cooling down, tensions all come into play when you're talking about wear. Yep. Also check for broken seals. If they're leaking oil, you should replace them, of course. Almost there. And if this lines up, then the bottom one, crankshaft, should be lined up too, of course. And it's almost there. So now what I like to do is take my camera's almost dirty. It almost lines up. So we stick it in there, and it's oh no, still a bit to go. Now cannot stick it any further, and now I just feel for the hole when I'm turning the engine little by little. Wiggle, wiggle. Did I miss it? No. Almost. You can see it's going in almost. Almost, and there we go. We're in the hole, and now this is nicely centered, you see? Slides in perfectly. So now the engine is locked, at least the crankshaft is, and the engine still is because the belt is still on. So now we take off the pulley again, and we check for the timing marks if they align. Good thing about the impact is you can undo. Yeah, number 18, of course. We can undo the bolts, the crankshaft bolts, without moving the pulley, because the impact has such a force. It's too fast to move the pulley. So now take it off again, and this is how it should come off. And now we can check for timing alignment. And the timing alignment, this hole, you can see it there, it's a 5mm, 6mm drill bit, should line up with the crankshaft pulley. so you can stick a drill bit in there. Can you see it? Let's make sure you can see it. Talking about this hole right here, and you can see it almost lines up. Needs to spin a little bit back, but this one spins a lot more than the upper one, so it's no problem. This one has some slack, so we can turn this a bit to the other side, and this is a 16, I think. Take a 16. Is it the 16? It is. So just gently push it backwards, and this is still having slack, so that's okay. Feel for it. Now it's tight, and let's check if we can insert our drill bit in there. Is it a 6? It could be a 6. This is one we damaged a bit, but maybe it will work. Let's check it out. It is smaller. No, and now the hole perfectly lines up. I'll show you in a second. My 5 is gone. I broke it. It's over here. I think, yeah, it's my 5. And that's a 4. Let's check whatever fits in there. I have special tools, but hey. Yep. 4 fits. And 5. Yep, it is number 5. And it is in place, it is locked. Let me just show you. So the fork goes back. So drill bit number 5, 5mm, and number 10. Let's show you how the holes slide up. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I light it a bit better. So it's almost perfectly lined up. Yep. Now, it isn't that much of a problem as if it doesn't. It almost never does perfectly line up. I have to insert it like this because I have a little thing on here. It's okay. Little burr. Yeah. So when the belt is off, we can, from here you can see it even better. Where's my lamp? So the bit is in, drill bit, and it's lining up. Should be a little bit more to the left, but hey, it's almost perfect. And the difference between putting the belt on this tooth or that tooth is a lot bigger, so you cannot be mistaken, and this still spins, still goes in. If you would pull on the belt a bit on that side, and on this side it would be even better, but hey, that's okay. If we turn it a little bit back, it should be perfect, but hey, it will be nicely aligned when the tensioner goes on. So it's always the case, it's never perfect. It should be perfect with a new belt on. That should be normal. But this one is still free and good to go, so this one is perfectly on time. So now we can take off the engine mount and take off the tensioner and take off the belt. That's what we're gonna do. Remove your stuff a bit. Of course. And then we do the water pump. But now for the engine, how to support it? Well, you can place supports on top of it. Sometimes that's pretty pretty difficult because we have dents and this and that over here or there. So I like to support it from the bottom. And you could also support it with a big lift like the blue one over there. And that's of course yeah, really easy, but this way it works really good. And nope, get the Milwaukee out of the way. This is how they do it in most shops, because we cannot always put in hundreds of hours when you're working for a fixed rate, more or less. So support on the edge of the oil pan is the strongest part, and make sure you have some room for the water pan. Up and up, and there we go. It's supported. Give it a little lift, and it should be okay. You can always adjust it. Now we take off this bad boy, the engine mount. Just gonna undo this for a brief moment to get these nuts and bolts off. So this is 18 and this is 16, I think. So long extension 16 and 18. 18 is here. Yep, that's okay. You will see that the engine drops a bit on the jack as we take these off, of course, up. So that's normal. Put these on the side, and then we take number 16. Up, up, and it's number 15, of course. Of course, 16 is here, 15. Hopla. So, just gonna work with the Milwaukee because I'm hitting everything with the cable. Where is my Milwaukee? Ah, over here. Of course, it's strong enough for these bolts. Yep. And second one. Bam. Put over here. Take the engine mount off. Put it somewhere over here. That's fine. Put your timing drill bit back in there. Leave this one alone. We'll have to screw off this cover. Leave this into place, I think. So these are these also 15? Could be. Up. Let's find out. 15? No, these are 16. Yeah, of course they are. Can I get them with the Milwaukee? No, there's no room. Okay, no problem. Let's break them loose. let's break him loose with our other wrench. This one and number 16. Yep. So we have 1, 2, one in the back, number 3, and I think one in the middle somewhere. No, three bolts. 3 bolts, 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And the other ones are somewhat deeper. So yeah, let's do the most difficult ones first, of course. Yep. That's one. I think I can unspin it with Milwaukee. That's number 2. Over here. Yep. That's loose. Then number 3. It's coming off. And the most easy one we're gonna do the last one. Here it is. Let's take our our black adapter for 3/8 socket, and let's unspin them. Yep. Spin them out rather. Yeah, this one is a little bit more tricky. That's number 2. So the same length. Every bolt is the same length. It's nice. Then number 2. Don't get your tool stuck. Yep, the same length again. All the same length. And the last one. Yep. Let's crack it loose. Yeah. It's a bit tight. So we need to go underneath. And I think we'll use the other wrench, number 16. Yep. So sometimes you run into these things, and I'll take just the long socket out. Put my stuff back. Let's put this new stuff over here, and my long sockets, number 16. This box is still on Amazon, eBay, for like 90 bucks, something like that. Really good stuff. All right, and yepla. It's coming off. Nice. Holds the mount holder a bit, but it's still stuck in there. Wiggle it out. And there's a pin to align it right over here. So as you can see, yeah, it's from a fuel. This is a diesel fuel, so no problem. It's from the return line when we did the fuel filter. Or there's a little loss of the return lines, return hoses. Could be the case. So again, put it on the side. Now everything is still in place. We can see the belt, we can see the alignment. Clean the fuel of my hands. So I take the camera. So you can see the pin, the alignment pin. It's pretty good in there. And now we can take off the belt. So we do that by loosening this one, 13mm nut bolt, and then we can undo the belt. Some tensioners you have to tighten them clockwise, some anti-clockwise. I think this one is clockwise to undo it, but it will figure itself out when we spin it, when we crack it loose. So number 13, right over here. Let's do this thing. You can align the pump also, and as a matter of fact that's not a bad idea, but you can see it's aligned here with a little pin. There's another pin on the back, I think, but you can mark it. You can mark it. This pins also, I think, so you can put something in there, or you can just mark it, and this will make sure you don't have to, because it's a common rail, so it builds up pressure and then it injects. You don't have to, but when you really wanna get the right pressure, the perfect pressure, you should mark it like this with something very obvious, red marker that I have here, and up, just like that, bam. So you don't need to put in a pin, you can see it, that's enough, or a little bit of paint, white paint. Yep, and there's the water pump that we're really gonna take off. So number 13, let's crack it loose. Yep, number 13. Just untighten it a bit. This one is really nicely stuck. Oh man, this is really stuck. I hope the threads are still in good nick, but it's normal. Oh. So we spin it clockwise to release the tension. It takes imbus 5, I think, over there. Just a normal one. 6 or 5. 6 perhaps. It's 6. It is. So clockwise releases the tension. We can take off the belt like this, no problem at all. I leave my tools right here because I need them in a bit. And there we go. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And without any effort at all, no fiddling. Here is our old belt. Of course we can compare it. 25.4, exactly good. This was a Gates belt, power grip, Ford Motor Company, Peugeot, Citroën, and the tooths, was it 41? The old one said, the new one said 141. And here it's the length that's specified, so yeah. 141 is not specified, but it should be the same. Check for the length. And as we can see, they're equal, and the old one is a bit stretched, which is kind of normal. So the timing will be more on point with the new one. And the tooth, Just a quick comparison, the tooth. Now we can see how the tooth got smaller. Also normal, of course. So, this is our prize baby for the client, so we can show off our work. Now we'll have to undo this idler. That will be a number 16 as well, perhaps. Let's check it out. Or bigger. No, number 16 is okay. We're gonna look up the Newton meters, the exact torque settings in a second. Yep. Feels like 50 or something, but I'll look it up for you so you can do it perfectly. Take it off. Up. Look how we take it off always, but this one is the same on each side, so it's still good, but you can hear it. So the grease is wearing out. So this one with the nut goes over here. We take the tensioner out. As you can see, there's a little holder to stick it on here, so we can tension it properly later. That comes out nicely. Right, that's the bolts, tensioner bolts, with some old remains of Loctite. So normally you should use a new bolt, but they don't do it anymore with the kits. So yeah, you better be sure of it. And this is still in good nick, actually. Still spinning nice. But we have a new one, so it's time for a new one. Now, this is the water bolt. All small bolts, 8mm heads on the bolts. So let's undo this, take it off, clean it up, and I'll catch you then. So we're about to take off the water pump, put some racks under it and some buckets to catch the coolants. So let's undo the last bolts. I undo them in a cross anti-clockwise pattern. I like to put them one after the other. Just in case one would be longer, you never know. It's good practice to lay out your bolts like this. Yep. Up. And all the same ones. And the last one I think here. And there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. Let's count the new water pump. It's mounted like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts, that's correct. Now, there's some tabs I'll show you where you can pry on, like over here. There you can stick something behind and wiggle it a bit because it will be stuck in there. And over here, there's a little tab. And over here. So, 3 spots to wiggle it out. We'll use something like a tire iron. Up. Yeah, something like this will do. Just stick it behind there and feel for it. Feel for the wiggle. This will be with a screwdriver. The upper tab. try to break it free, break it loose. If it doesn't move at all, check again if you got out all the bolts, because sometimes you take out the wrong ones, or one from here or so. So seems like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the one below, feel for it with your fingers. Yeah, they're all out. So continue. Ah, and there we go. And it's draining, not in my pan. We'll see. Of course it isn't. I've got two pans. It's draining right. Let's try to drain it a bit more. But once it starts to run, yeah, it will be gushing out. So make sure you have enough racks, and maybe one at the hand also. Come on, really? So let's check for it, how to drain it with passion. And it's running on the ground. So yeah, that's not too good. Alright, I'm gonna find a solution, but you get it. Just drain it all out. And I took out this pulley also right here, so it doesn't get wet. It's the pulley with the magnetic ring on there, which lines up on the engine. But you cannot damage this ring because it counts the rotations of the engine. So I'll drain out the fluids, and when I install new pump and pulleys, I'll tell you the exact torque settings. See you then.